Hey guys, I want to show you a quick thing I found on this camera. I haven't seen anything really on YouTube about it. I did some reviews before I bought this camera and made sure it was the camera that I wanted to get and everything. And I still watch some reviews and setups and stuff like that. But I haven't really seen this setup too much. So I came across it and I just messed around with it, and I thought this is a really useful feature to have in these cameras that I don't know how many people know about it. So I figured I'd make a video, show you guys, see if it helps you guys. I'm fairly new to cameras, so I don't know too much about cameras, but I did find this out, and it works awesome for me. So hopefully it works good for you, and if it does or whatever, just leave me a thumbs up or whatever, let me know. But anyway, I got the Sony A6400, and the feature that I have is let's see here. It's in, I have it in my menu, but I gotta find it in here. Okay, so it's tab 1, and it's called Register Custom Shoot Set, or Reg Custom Shoot Set. So you go down to here, and you click that, and you got 3 different settings you can use. And I think I have all 3 set up, but I only have 2 program. You can program this to a custom button. I have it programmed to my AEL button. So if you go into custom 1, you can set all this stuff up in here. So when you press this button, once you set it to a custom button, it'll do all these settings. So I have it. If you want it, if it's checked, it means when you press the button, it's going to use that setting. So I have unchecked the aperture, the shoot mode, because I don't want the aperture to change from what I already have it set at. And I don't want the shutter speed to change when I press this button. I want everything to stay the same. But what I want it to do is change to continuous shooting. If I'm on single shoot, it'll change to continuous. So I wanted to do that. I want the ISO to stay as I have it, so I have that not checked because I don't want the ISO to change. And I have focus mode. I have it set to DMF for this particular setting, and I have it on flexible spot. That way I can move it around and then set the spot where I want. And that's a little tricky right now. I'll come back to that. And I have autofocus set on. So when I press this button, those 4 things? Yeah, those 4 things are gonna do. That's what's gonna happen when I press this button. Those 4 things are gonna come on. I press and hold. And the reason I have the autofocus on is because I have it on DMF, and if I hold this and then I manual focus, I don't want this button to refocus or try to autofocus. So I have it set to autofocus when I press the back button. And then the flexible spot, I said that's tricky, so I come back to it. You basically set this up before you go press that button. So let me just go out and show you that right now because it's kind of confusing. But so basically you come in here to your normal camera settings, and you go to your focus area, you go to flexible spot, and then you move it there. That's where you move your flexible spot. Okay, then it's going to be there every time you go there. So now you switch it back to what you normally shoot with, which is usually wide. But then the flexible spot is still going to be set up here. So that's how you set it up for that button. So when I press this button, the flexible spot is going to be there, but it's no longer flexible. It's going to stay there. So I have it set there because that's a good spot, and I also have it set so when I do this, it's up top also. So, but anyway, so yeah, I set this. I have this little tape measure over here. So when I press this button, it's gonna acquire focus. You press and hold. Oh, right now, without me pressing and hold, it's gonna do this. Okay, say I'm trying to get a picture and it's not focusing where I want, or say I'm taking sports and then somebody wants a portrait, I can just hold this button down, and then once I turn this focus ring, I can manual focus real quick, and then I can take a picture. Then let off, and I'm back to doing this again. So you just hold that down, do that, snap, back to this. Or if you just tap it real quick and hold it down, it'll focus there, but it's not as precise. But yeah, so I really like that feature that I haven't seen on YouTube, and I think that's a really cool feature to have. So let me go back into my menu. So custom register shoot, or registered custom shoot. I have two. Actually, I skipped two, and just I have three set up as a custom button. So three I have set up is, the only things I have checked is the drive mode. I want continuous, and I want it on continuous high. And I have focus area on continuous autofocus, and I have it on tracking and autofocus. So it's going to autofocus continuously with tracking. And the reason I have it on tracking, I think this is a really useful feature. Again, because normally on tracking you touch the back of the screen and it's going to track your object. So let's do that. See, I can touch the screen here and it's going to track that, and you have press shutter and it's going to focus. And then you can hit this, or you can cancel it with this. Now that's really cool, but sometimes your finger's not going to be able to touch that, or maybe you have gloves on, but my thing is, if you have it up to your eye and you want to track something, to touch the screen is just awkward, and like it's just, then to cancel it is kind of hard. So I mean, it's not hard, but just it's not the way I want it. So basically what I want is, I flip this down. I have it set up as the AEL button when you flip it down. So I can take pictures, say I'm taking pictures of sports, I'm just shooting away. Then I want to track somebody, I just hold this down and I can track and shoot. Then when I don't want to track them, I can let off and just go back to my normal. And when I want to track, you just point where your focus area is at, and then it'll start the tracking there. So if you know where your focus point's at, you just point the focus where you want to track and then put it there. And then you just let off and you're back to your normal. Flip this up. I can go into the manual mode, click that, or if I want to do this, I can do that. All these really quick features to have that I don't know why it's not common, or why it's not popular on YouTube or anything to let people know about these. But maybe it's common sense too. But I'm fairly new to cameras, like I said, so I don't really know too much. But I thought those were super useful for me. So if those help you guys out, or if you guys didn't know about that or whatever, I hope it helps you out. And if it does, give me some thumbs up and let me know. And if you guys want to see another video or anything, just let me know how my camera's set up or whatever. Just let me know and I'll try to make another video. But yeah, hopefully this will work for you. And thanks guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. And oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys how you set them up as a custom button. So You go into basically your normal, I think it's page 8. You go into your custom key, and then you just go in here, then you go to custom recall, hold 1, and custom recall, hold 2. So that's how you set those up. So I figured after I shut the camera off, I figured I would do that and let you guys know. So okay, all right, thanks guys, talk to you later.